Welcome back to another record-breaking edition of Sports Talk is McKimmy. This episode this week is going to be completely epic because by the time we're done with this episode, we'll be at 99 total episodes that we have done of Sports Talk is McKimmy. And next week, going to give a little preview, Mike. Next week is going to be an event of truly epic proportions as Sports Talk is McKimmy hits the big 100. We're talking about 100 episodes of Sports Talk is McKimmy.
We're hitting the century mark, Dave. What anniversary is that? Diamond anniversary? I don't even know what anniversary it is, but it is going to be a momentous occasion. We got some stuff in store for our many fans.
Well, Mike, and you mentioned our many fans, of course. We're running into people all over the place. I mean, you were telling me earlier you were umpiring, and there was a Sports Talk is McKimmy fan in the crowd who recognized you from all of your, all the shows we've done, because we do not only just the podcast, we do TV. We're all over social media. Sports Talk is McKimmy is an icon. And speaking about icons, next week for our 100th episode, we have an icon coming along that is going to just completely change the game. And we're talking about ratings that are going to be like MASH, Who Shot JR on Dallas. You're talking about the Super Bowl. The internet might break, Mike.
We're going to go viral, Dave. We're going viral next week. If this comes through like we hope it will, the fan, this mystery guest that we have in mind, you may hear from the American Dream. You may hear Rocky Balboa. You may hear Mick. But you heard them all before. They're going to come back. They want to be on the show. They deserve to be on the show. But we have something special in store. And fans, you have no idea what you're in for. It's going to be such a treat.
Well, and we've been, our phones have been going off just constantly. Superstars from all different realms of the world of sports trying to get on this show. They're like, we want to be on the 100th episode. We've been having to turn them down. It's been tough. My phone's just constantly going off. But, we have saved this special 100th episode for one special guest. And we're going to have a few guests that we've had in the past. Like, I've heard it that the American Dream might be making another appearance. Rocky Balboa, of course, he's always wanting to get on Sports Talk is McKimmy. We basically got to tell him every week, no, you can't be on the show every week, Balboa, but, it's going to be incredible. But, that's just a little preview of next week. But let's talk a little bit about this week. It's been March Madness. It's been, what a month. The month of March is always incredible. And, I mean, we started following this tournament back when we were in Eureka Springs, and it's just been a crazy tournament. We're down now to the Final Four of the NCAA, Mike.
Right, and there's a 10 seed in the Final Four. Syracuse, and I think I said this in the beginning that it's questionable whether or not they made the tournament, and there were many pundits who questioned whether or not Syracuse belonged in the tournament, and they've silenced everybody by making the Final Four. They're going to face off with North Carolina for the right to go to the championship game. Neither one of us had Syracuse in the Final Four. I didn't have them winning their first game, much less winning 4 games to make it to the Final Four. I think we both had North Carolina. Both of us have 2 teams left. But on that side of the bracket, I'm pretty sure, I know, we only had North Carolina. We had half of it.
Yeah, we had half of that bracket, and I got to tell you, Syracuse now, they're 23-13. North Carolina, 32-6. We expected North Carolina to be there, but Syracuse has been the Cinderella of this tournament. However, Mike, in my opinion, when they play, I think Cinderella, it's about to hit midnight. Cinderella, the ride's going to be over. I think North Carolina is going to defeat Syracuse.
Oh, yeah, you talk about the orange, they're going to turn into a pumpkin. And North Carolina's just got too much. They got too much athleticism. They got too much beef up front. Syracuse been proving everybody wrong so far. I don't really think it's going to be a close game. I think North Carolina, Roy Williams, and his team, I see a 15 to 20 point victory. Now on the other side, Villanova is still alive. My pick to win it all. Villanova is still alive, but they're going to face a tough task because Buddy Hield is just on fire. Scored 37 points to make it to the Final Four the other night. Oklahoma can shoot the lights out of the building. And Villanova has to make you play ugly. And so that's going to be a tough task for them because, can you make Buddy Hield play ugly? I don't know. But I still have confidence that Villanova is going to make it. I have confidence that instead of playing Michigan State like I first thought, they're going to play North Carolina. And I see Villanova. I'm sticking with them. National championship for Villanova.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, in the other game, we got Villanova. Both Villanova and Oklahoma, number 2 seeds. Villanova now 33-5 on the year. Oklahoma 29-7. But, like you were talking about, with Oklahoma, I mean, you can't stop, Hill right now. You can only hope to contain him. He's just on fire. I think Villanova is going to probably be able to maybe contain him a little bit, but I'm actually going to go a little bit opposite of you. I'm going to go with Oklahoma making the Final Four. I'm going with an Oklahoma-North Carolina or final matchup in the championship game. But, I got to tell you, what an outstanding NCAA tournament this has been. I mean, you're talking about teams like UALR that hadn't been there in years and years winning. You had Yale winning. Now you've got a number 10 that's made it all the way to the end. And, right now, you're the only one left in the game, Mike. You still got Villanova. All the other brackets, everyone's brackets are gone. You still have a chance to have picked the winner straight out. You're still in the game, Mike.
It feels good. It feels good. Because we were, we were talking last week, I'm at the back of the pack. You and then Emily was beating both of us. She doesn't have anybody left in the Final Four. I think she had Kentucky going. It's sort of falling apart for her. So we're going to take her over. But she sure dominated those early rounds. And, I got to give a tip of the cap to my wife, who is avid follower of sports. One of the reasons why I love her so much is because we can enjoy sports together. And in many cases, she's smarter than me. But not this time. I got Villanova. They're going all the way.
All right, well, we're going to have to see, of course, how this plays out. And when we come back, Mike, I think we're going to go ahead and stay on, basketball. But we're going to come back. We're actually going to do the NBA Fast Break. Everyone's been asking about it. They said they loved our NBA Fast Break segments. We're bringing it back this week for the fans because we are here for our fans. We'll be right back here on Sports Talk is McKimmie.